Join me as I dive deep into the mystery of my spiritual identity and see if I can uncover what it really says about me. So, I've been thinking a lot about spiritual identity lately, and I realized that it's something that can really help us understand ourselves on a deeper level. It's like, have you ever stopped to think about what your spiritual identity really is? What does it say about you, and how does it impact your life? One of the biggest challenges people face when it comes to defining their spiritual identity is that it can be really hard to put into words. We might have a sense of what feels right or wrong, but actually articulating it can be tough. And that's okay, because it's a journey, right? Another challenge is that our spiritual identity can evolve over time, so it's not always a fixed thing. We might be drawn to certain practices or beliefs at one point in our lives, but then find that they don't resonate with us as much later on. For some people, spiritual identity is closely tied to their upbringing or cultural background. They might have been raised in a certain faith tradition, but then find that it doesn't quite feel like home to them as adults. Others might feel like they're searching for something more, but aren't sure where to start. And then there are those of us who feel like we're just kind of wandering, trying to figure out what resonates with us. I think it's really common to feel uncertain or even a little lost when it comes to spiritual identity. But here's the thing, it's okay to not have all the answers. In fact, it's more than okay. It's a natural part of the journey. What's important is that we're willing to explore, to ask questions, and to seek out what feels true for us. Our spiritual identity is made up of so many different aspects, like our beliefs, values, and practices. These things all come together to shape our personalities and inform the way we live our lives. For example, if someone values compassion and kindness, they're probably going to be drawn to practices that help them cultivate those qualities. If someone believes in the interconnectedness of all things, they might be more likely to prioritize environmentalism or social justice. It's like our spiritual identity is the thread that weaves all these different parts of us together, and it can help us feel more whole and integrated. Understanding our spiritual identity can also help us navigate life's challenges with more ease. When we know what's at our core, we can make decisions that align with those values and beliefs. It's like we're not just drifting through life, we're actually steering the ship. When we take the time to explore our spiritual identity, we can start to uncover some really profound insights about ourselves. We might realize that we're more resilient than we thought, or that we have a deep well of inner strength. We might discover that we're capable of more love and compassion than we ever imagined. So, what's the takeaway here? I think it's that embracing our spiritual identity can lead to greater self-awareness and fulfillment. When we know who we are and what we stand for, we can live more authentic, meaningful lives. To wrap things up, I just want to say that your spiritual identity is a powerful tool for living a more authentic, meaningful life. Don't be afraid to explore, to question, and to seek out what feels true for you. If you've got thoughts on spiritual identity, I'd love to hear them. Drop a comment below and let's keep the conversation going. And if you're interested in exploring more topics like this, check out my video on finding your true purpose in life.